Okay, I wanted to sit down and have this chat today because of what took place at the June meeting for the Board of Supervisors and the very despicable behavior of Dave Boyer, the chair.
Discussion. Okay, I'm going to interrupt you right now, Marie.
What?
I am not going to tolerate your name calling and...
I'm not, when did I name call?
You're not being professional. If we're going to have a conversation...
I'm sorry, this is my time. Could stop this. This is my time. I didn't interrupt your discussion when you were talking to me, so please, I have this written. I am trying to hold this to 3 minutes.
Well, you are going to hold it for 3 minutes because that's our policy.
Huh?
You are going
Well, not when it's on, no, that's the 3-minute public comment.
Okay.
This is discussing the minutes, and this is important. So in going back, at the meeting in April, the roadmaster stood up to give his report, and suddenly he needed a CDL driver part-time as needed.
Also, I'd like approval to hire a part-time CDL driver for some of this road projects this summer.
So they spoke about it a little bit, and then they decided we'll do a motion. And Paul Geist made a motion then and gave the authority to Roadmaster Charles King that he could hire a CDL driver as needed.
I make a motion we give the roadmaster authority to hire a part-time CDL driver as needed.
Okay, I will second that. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And the as needed is what's important, because that could mean, well, he could hire someone and in a couple months if that guy leaves, he'll just go out and hire someone else without the board's knowledge. That's the way the motion was. The solicitor, Todd King, allowed that to pass and still stand to this day. Excuse me. Why wasn't that on the agenda that you were going to hire someone? Or
I think that was just brought up, his suggestion was just brought up now, and that's why we took action. Does that have, a hiring decision have to be on the agenda?
Well, is he actually hiring the person, or are you just telling him to interview people or put out an advertisement?
Well, we haven't hired anybody yet.
No, we haven't hired anybody.
So, because Paul's motion was the authority to hire, that you will actually do the hiring.
Right.
Alright, so, I mean, it's not on the agenda, but the action of hiring anybody isn't occurring right now.
Correct.
So I mean, even if it's a void item, all you're doing is just basically telling him to go and search.
could you speak up a little? I can't hear you.
It's just going to have him go and search for an employee. They're not taking action on it.
Okay. As you said, the motion was for something different, so.
So you're saying before we can hire the person, we're gonna have to vote on it at a meeting?
Or put it on the agenda to give him the authority.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
So I asked then, well, why isn't it on the agenda? Dave Boyer said, well, it's just coming up now. Do you really believe that? No. No way. Did he not talk to them about this previous to that meeting? And that's why I, at the end of the meeting and during the second public comment, said, I'm asserting a Sunshine Act violation because it should have been on the agenda tonight. Thank you. And I do want to assert a Sunshine Act violation concerning the hiring of a part-time employee, CDL.
We didn't hire anybody. We said we can start taking applications, so we did not take action on
But
that.
it wasn't specifically noted on this agenda, so.
But we didn't hire anybody.
I know you didn't. I'm just saying it wasn't on.
We discussed the possible hiring of a part-time employee.
Are you refusing to put this in the minutes?
I'm not refusing, I'm just trying to clarify.
Okay, I'm asserting that it's a Sunshine Act violation.
Okay.
So Dave Boyer kind of, I really don't remember exactly how it became this way, but he was trying to clarify the hiring, etc. And I said, are you refusing to put my assertion in these minutes? And he said, no, I'm just clarifying. So at the May meeting, I decided, well, I want you to read the draft to see if you put that assertion in.
Carries. So you're requesting we read your comment.
Well, what the secretary put down.
Mr. Boyer said the position had already been established along with the wage. Marie DeGangi said it was not on the agenda. Okay?
I specifically requested that it state that Marie DeGangi asserted a Sunshine Act violation.
And then under public comment, we have a statement. Marie DeGangi commented on the hiring of a part-time employee. Okay.
That's not okay. It doesn't say, it just says it wasn't on the agenda. It doesn't indicate my assertion that there was a Sunshine Act violation.
Well, from my perspective, if you feel there's a sunshine law violation, there's a process to file with the state to deal with that.
One of the, okay, Mr. Attorney, Mr. Solicitor, there is a requirement that anyone at a meeting, you have to, before you file anything with a magistrate or the Court of Common Pleas, that it is an assertion of a violation and it must be put in the minutes.
I'll review the minutes. This is the first I see them, so I'll review it and I'll review the law, and if it's deemed necessary that we need to amend them, we'll amend them.
Okay. And of course it wasn't there. Secretary, as usual, doesn't know her job. So she puts whatever she pleases. So I asked about it, and they gave me a hard time. So I decided I'm going to verify everything. I checked with JJ, who is the parliamentarian, and I said, when a motion is made and it's not the exact wording and the secretary puts something different in the minutes, is that an accurate minutes?
Well, you know it's not accurate, but are they supposed to?
Yeah, and he told me a motion is supposed to be put in the minutes as indicated. So Paul Geis is giving the authority to Roadmaster Chuck King to hire a part-time CDL as needed, should have been in those minutes. So of course in June, Boyer starts getting ticky with me, interrupting me, which really disturbs me, because when I have the floor, I don't want anybody interfering with me. I read my notes, I have it written, so everything is just quick and fast. And he just got so nasty. He in the beginning even said, I want you to be professional. I'm always professional. His behavior at that meeting was off the charts. And I can't control what he does. Whatever he does, it's on the video. I always say the videos, the recordings, the cameras are like a mirror. If you don't like what you see, Dave Boyer, then you fix yourself. Don't try to fix me where I come in prepared with all my backup and all my receipts.
Now, why do you think that they didn't put that in the minutes? Like, what is there a benefit? Is there
Yeah,
just other than them covering it up?
My opinion is they don't want that in the minutes because, first of all, this is probably the third time, and this may be inaccurate, 2 or 3 times they've already had an assertion of Sunshine Act violation. And even at the Planning Commission, there were 2. So if something happens in the future where it goes into litigation, that could be discovered in the minutes, that they have a pattern of not following the Sunshine Act and the Open Records Act. Okay. Roadmaster King said they will be doing some road projects, including base repair, and he would like approval to hire another part-time CDL to help with those projects. Mr. Geis made a motion to give Roadmaster King the authority to begin looking to hire a part-time as needed CDL driver to help with those projects. Mr. Boyer seconded the motion and it carried. Mr. Boyer said the position had already been established along with the wage. Marie DeGangi said that it was not on the agenda. Solicitor King said it should be. It will be on the May 8th, 2025 agenda. She has her own way of doing minutes, which is convoluted. There's nothing on the agenda about hiring a part-time CDL. May 8th, 2025, correct?